Don't make any noise when the music's playing. I don't like any noise when the music's playing.
Return of the manic and versatile, miraculous, ridiculous, eccentric, skeptic, lyricist, well-read, articulate, passionate. I stick with it, you give me just one blank page, I get sick with it. I stay off the streets with the thieves, I'm not a gangster. You never catch me in church like Ned Flanders. As a matter of fact, my craft is still exact. My stories will attack and then make your mind react. You step into a desolate world of science fiction, feel stimulate and expand your imagination. Too many CDs of ignorant rap. To hear some lyrics you can possibly match.
Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style.
I'm a maverick, a malcontent, my status is preponderant. My madness is a magnet for the homeopathic Baphomet. So we can't grasp it or found in the scholastics. You couldn't read my thoughts if your mind was telepathic. You hear the dexterity, delivery, and energy. Philosophy's the only thing that ever made sense to me. I isolate myself and then all I do is read. You try to take my bookmark, you hedonistic freak. I watch Shaw Brothers and Sigourney and Lou Slaughter. The legend lives on, this infallible avenger. The Shaolin samurais flying through the sky. He gets revenge and in the end his enemies will die.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand. Wax on, wax off.
Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style. Who's that? Mounty Mow, in the house, Mounty Mow, shut him down, Mounty Mow, with your rugged raw style.
Everything is biblical, it's really diabolical. My tracks are seminal like dirty rotten imbeciles. I'm dealing with it, only now my work is different. Lyrics are ballistic, not blatantly offensive. The pinnacle albums are never one-dimensional. My lyrical documents can also be equivocal. I don't indulge or waste time with drugs. I don't need to drink or relax and have fun. I'm not a nice guy that pretends and lives a lie. I'm straight to the point, I wear no disguise. People say I'm crazy, just ahead of my time. So realize and learn and open up your mind. Virtuoso intros and episodes sucked in the zone. Flying saucers glow and you hate being alone. Someone invades your home, the Martians are like us, so who can you really trust? You're a person unknown. Boundaries way beyond your imagination. Paranoid with these strange hallucinations at the bus station, flipping out with self-doubt. You lost your mind, 5 characters shout because they want to get the fuck out. That's how Rod Serling gets revenge on you earthlings. Your house seems serene, but there's a thing about machines. Everyone is gone, all this time enough at last. Martin Sloan walks home, but he's going to the past. There's another dimension beyond your comprehension that alternates time in the solar system. A situation that will make you lose hope. They've inflicted the scripts on the wicked misanthropes. I watch twisted plots by the writer Charles Beaumont. A boy can read your thoughts named Anthony Fremont. Beauty exists within the eye of the beholder. The sun is burning hot and the earth is moving closer. Shocking science fiction, so intriguing and gripping, thought-provoking, well-spoken, well-written. Watch and listen. The camera knows the future and your end is coming sooner. Greed is not a virtue, it's for cynical characters and actors that would kill to get in the bomb shelter. Drive across country and see the same hitchhiker. TV shows today are worthless and mediocre. You couldn't write to save your life because of 3 uses of the knife. Where's the hard work, talent, originality, and insight? Maybe I'll find out In the nick of time, find the cannamites get cooked by alien cannibals and sacrificing your life to the supernatural. There's another dimension beyond your comprehension that changes time in the solar system. The person you encounter might really be a ghost. They even flip the scripts on the wicked misanthropes. Catastrophes occur for all mankind. A penny for your thoughts, now you can read their minds. Your identity is lost, you're a person unknown. You have now entered the Twilight Zone.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
Yo, check this out, son. Jessthefacts, Staxx, Moundy Mal, Shrooms, Flawless Literacy. Let's do this.
Yo, I spit mathematics. I break down sciences, the Mayans, the Masons, the Lions, the Zionists. My eye on this century, triumph and defiances. Do what you're told, sit in the corner like appliances. Fake rappers and Hollywood actors. You're all the same, closed chapters on you bastards. I hold it down from the ground to the rafters, and I'm came to change the vision of the game like lens crafters. You're not ready for what's real black. You parasite, faggot, Kobe Bryant, snitch, chill back. Listen to a genius spill facts on ill tracks and keep it raw, cause my real ninjas feel that. I got records like Guinness's. I hate last place, love first place finishes. Guilty of being fresh, of blackness I'm innocent. Your jam is just jelly if AC isn't spinning it.
Human Cumberdale, back from the Grand War, insane like Silent Finger's brain. When half gone, Staxx, Shrooms, Moundy Mal, Jessthefacts, the fan 4. And that's raw, I'ma give it to them live. People come in falls, under executing rhymes. I'ma take they life with this lyrical metaphor. I'ma take this knife with this lyrical slit they throat. Didn't know I was capable. I'm a superhero on my back's where a cape should go. I will not stop, nah, I cannot let it go. People like Staxx, do you rap? Matter of fact, I run the show.
Fiend by a stream approached me in a dream. It's like Bobby Budnick causing anarchy with no malarkey. Rhetorical questions left unanswered like what's the future? Why do you perform trite lyrics and what pushed you to endeavor? These are realistic and legitimate questions that matter. Take the music back to the streets with instrumentals. I give it to the people direct and gain credentials. Burn some CDRs and then label them Moundy Mal. Add contact info so you can look me up somehow. It's authentic, different, more likely to remember it.
Raps Jim Morrison, nothing if not boring. My face stuck in the book, the first half of the morning. Mourning the loss of intellectualism, a reflection of putting glitz and gloss ahead of the wisdom. These repetitive schisms through all the pointless debates. I like pathetic religions, just offering up their faith. It gets you nowhere, all the rituals are caused with no gas. Spitting bars to break the strap on my perpetual mask. You can bet it won't last, this fad of mental regression. Like a pet, your brain stalls without the proper attention. I'm stopping the lesson for further studies, rewind the track. So disturbing how you're a virgin to respectable rap. What?
The world is so vast, I'm ghost blast so fast. I'm in mental combat to match the last laugh. I keep trying to get hired at your suck corporations and employers keep ignoring my job applications. Have the strength to move forward through the stage of disorder. I'm a morbid MC to send your ass to the corner. That's how I lyrically murder more at the beat, set the fine raw. Better when I'm poor, you provoke me, you get war. I turn to no one for advice, support, or help. The days go by, I can't figure out myself. I keep the torch in the flames with the talent to sustain and the knowledge to maintain in our frame from the mind games, but they still seep in and continue easy to suspend. Then I reprehend my friends, but it leads to a dead end. Slaughter murdered on a stone, left far away from home. The deception never changed ways, wash it all away. We try to make it through these ambivalent times. I fight till death to possess what's mine. I'm going straight to hell to bring back a souvenir. I saw your face disintegrate and watch it disappear. Threatening adversity, perilous contingencies, mental penitentiary. My life's a documentary. The hourglass is going fast and really overwhelmed. I cannot trust humanity, only trust myself. These difficult days, you work for slave wage. When you finally get paid, you watch it all go away to the government that rapes you and puts you in a trap. You thought things would change because he's half black, but you can really give thanks to the private-owned banks that left job creation blank. Now we all walk the plank. You're the 99% still go protest against the government. Fix the deficit and you want a punishment. It gets more intense when society's convinced the president makes sense and he's the highest form of government. But people don't question that there is no recession. The second Great Depression, but a life-learned lesson. You're no different than the system that increases your tuition when greed is your ambition. So you're like a politician. The autonomy is known. Humans march to your home, crucified your wife and kids who wonder where Jesus is. We try to make it through these ambivalent times. I fight till death to possess what's mine. I'm going straight to hell to bring back a souvenir. I saw your face disintegrate and watch it disappear. Threatening adversity, perilous contingencies, mental penitentiary. My life's a documentary. The hourglass is going fast and really overwhelmed. I can't trust humanity, I only trust myself. I envy your ability to have so much avidity. I feel serious lividity expressed through the gritty tracks. And don't hold back because I'd rather be in tune. My apathy is so vast, you can fill the whole room. You left dying in the street, you experienced defeat. Blood spluttered on the concrete, I'm so thrilled I can't speak. You incomplete, bleak, obsolete, narrow-minded freak. I strike with such power as I kill this fucking beat. I'm a continuous fight, moving on with my life, but something doesn't seem right because you stagnate my insight. I'm a stranger on this planet, how much more can I stand it? You should get backhanded and then crushed with the palate. Negativity is shown and infinity is known. We can videotape our dreams and music can be seen. They decide who lives or dies, I think the explanation's pending. I go to wait and hide for the final fatal ending.
Fuck your underground scene. Fuck your underground scene. Fucking like, hey, what is it? Like, hey, if we don't sound like the Visionaries, we fuck your fucking shit. Fuck your shit. You ain't shit. Your producers ain't shit. We ain't shit. Get the fuck off me. You ain't shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You ain't shit. What that shit is. Fuck you. Who did I cut up a sale? Your producer ain't shit.
So underground, I'm a fucking mole, fighting off wombats in the freezing cold, acting bold, finding gold because of ridiculous rhymes. I'm no soul. They can't accept what's different. We're too raw, belligerent, honest, and intimate because violence is imminent. I play countless venues, watch people argue. You lead us to see this in the box internally. The scene is strong and weak simultaneously. Has little to do with me. Records get scratched, breakers get whiplash, skulls get bashed, and altercations outside. Rip off your homie's chain, you dick riding leech. Every punk and rapper from the beach is a goddamn freak. I'd rather stay at home and be a geek. Why the hell did I even come out in this show? The people like show support, have fun, I don't even know. You act like you're hard on guard, I'll swing swords, slice arteries, show blasphemy, avenge enemies. I'm so underground, I'm not on the flyer, but I made it. Not a rap pioneer, didn't create it, but I'm an original. You might catch me in the show, cut up stuffed animals and giving camels directions to your house. I'm a rapper, but I have doubts. A perfectionist, ambidextrous, reserved and deep in thought, I don't trust what is taught. I don't smoke hookah, so why am I here? To spit verses, burn dollar bills, distribute comics, watch the other egotistical fuckers. Copycat manufactured rappers that are programmed by power adapters, so commit suicide and die goodbye, you pathetic cocky amateur. I'm so underground, my stuff is hardly found, I'm never around. I show up, then I leave. Dig 6 feet deep, unknown fucking corpse like TSOL, reproduces stem cell, controversial, versatile, Steve Urkel dance in the living room, 15-inch speakers boom. Battle rappers meet their doom, they get humiliated, with disrespected, my demo gets rejected, my rational thoughts infected, carcasses get dragged across the street by tractor trailers, mortarers outside are stoned and stare at the incident, ticket sales rise in increments, multi stories with the writing sentences with the rhythm is dissonant, the heart is malevolent. I'm so underground, I'm invisible, exposure is minimal, messages is subliminal, endless material, your stuff is expendable, very uneventful, demise is beautiful, and your life is removable.
I'm malicious and sadistic. Undead metalheads play saprogenic. It's the hour of penance, and it's fucking relentless. Cut your brain with an ice pick, then begin experiments. Insanity is adamant, my soul is indifferent. You butchered at birth, then decomposing in the earth. I'll make you drink blood when you're dying of thirst. Kill my parents, I'm a maniac. You put me in a setback. Knife stabs your back, now see the sick climax. You're scheming and your dreaming is finished and you're bleeding. Forgot more than you know, and seeing is believing. Bury her, so she's never found. Get back here, goddammit! Get back here, goddammit!
Act strapped to my back to hack through the track. Can't react to the madness, jaw just go slack. Average brains twist at signs of violence. Savage displays birth moments of silence. Reflect like Beck does, dancing with the corpse. Kid preference for psychosis, I'm labeled as morbid. And more kids need guns to release their aggression. No more pointless rambling in therapy sessions. Born in the suburbs, my only desire was to have an older sister and go Mikey Myers. Brain wires across and misfire daily. Stuck in the same world begging for crazy.
Study brain activity, if you are a friend of me, make a run for it, I'll kill everything in my vicinity. I have disturbing memories, growing up around abuse. Growing up confused, I set my violence loose. With person shot, shoot everyone in for illegal. My revenge on all people is inexorable and lethal. Sophisticated killer, clever like Raider. Get away with murder, get the death sentence later. Preach an epitaph, know your son's a psychopath. Count your fortune, do the math, feel the wrath of a bloodbath. I'll fucking lose my temper and I'll pull the fucking trigger. I dismember mama, I'm a daily tormentor.
Disaffected teams, spy bodies with interest. Down by the river, kids see some sick shit. Strange urges lead to the murder of chicks. Saw the corpse and I poked it with a stick. Shit's funny, animals don't have to spend money on medication to sedate their urges to get bloody. Killing's only natural, you're considered a beast. Get rid of the pain of being a man by losing the leash. Refusing to speak, silence is essential as fuck. Cause the mind's a playground that they won't ever touch. Nothing to lose, confused teens, murdering blue jeans. And end up on the news, truly knowing what fame means.
I killed a girl once, it was no accident. Put the gun right to the back of her head, blew her brains right out the front. I was in love.
I was kidnapped by aliens the other night, they were back again. Some were blue with cone heads, some were red with purple dreads. I woke up at midnight in a spaceship, they were faceless. This next event would be to get the president. The leader's name was Voltage, I was being taken hostage. They put me in a glass case so I could float in outer space. Then they put me in a room until we got to Neptune. If I lived, I would be shocked and murdered with the astronauts. Outside to obey with whatever they would say. Their skin would change in the light, it was a terrifying sight. They communicate with their minds, they had spectacular rhymes. He knew that I was a rapper, but I wasn't quite a master. They're gonna take my brain to examine the insane. Then I'll fall back to the earth and descend into the dirt. I'm lost in outer space and I wish I could escape. UFOs will bust flows and invade hip-hop shows. We'll capture more rappers and abduct break dancers than the cure for cancer, but we'll never get an answer. Intelligence is evident, insidious and hideous. Humans are ridiculous, the goals get rid of us. How can you kill an alien when you're up against alien? Your chances are slim and you'll never be the same again. Experiments are diabolical and unbelievable. We're soaring through the galaxy, apocalyptic catastrophe. The evil disposition in the humans and the aliens is disclosed. Now you're cooked by UFOs. History repeats itself, just check the bookshelf. I believe in aliens, but I don't believe in God. They gave me back my brain and said get the fuck away. Go back to your common people and keep living day to day. I was traumatized with anxiety, I kept thinking they were after me. And then I was back home safe in the Pacific time zone. Then the next day I saw my Malcolm human clone. I went in shock at that spot, disturbing unknown. Hey yo God, man, you remember like 86, 94, and then like what we're doing now? It's just crazy.
Man, salute a mini mart. We've been through a lot of shit.
Remember back in the day, we lived across the street and we walked to school together and life seemed to be complete. I was back in 86 and I missed on Florence. It's like the only world I knew and then nothing else exists. That's the neighborhood kids with one life to live. Sneaking a landmark pool in the summer, stay cool. We're like brothers, always looked out for each other. Collectively the most insane motherfuckers. Adolescents submerged, I can describe it with words. What occurred was absurd, going to terrorize the suburbs. A party every weekend, going off the deep end. Now on the LA music scene, we're pursuing our dreams.
We're brothers for life. I'll always stand by you.
I'll never let you down, I'll take a bullet for you too.
Through all the struggles and strife, we made our dreams come true.
Look at what we've done and we've only just begun.
begun.
Remember back in the day, growing up it was crazy. The streets of Flowtown are what made me. A little after dark, we'd hit the mini mart with a roller cord. It's trying to beat the pool sharks. Off 2 more middle shooting hoops all night. Trying to perfect our games so our skills were tight. Didn't matter what we did, but we always raised hell. Everybody just trying to avoid jail cells. Started playing in bands, living the passion of music. Throwing keg parties, $5 a cup, don't lose it. Years later on a plane heading to LA. Without those memories, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
We're brothers for life. I'll always stand by you.
I'll never let you down, I'll take a bullet for you too.
Through all the struggles and strife, we've made our dreams come true.
Look at what we've done and we've only just begun.
Remember back in the day at the country club, raising hell, man, we was young as fuck, stealing golf balls, neighbors making police calls. Sherwood Drive, this is the prequel. Drunk, stealing stop signs out the street, smoking weed, dodging police. Take Brunwood Drive down to Jeffries Creek. Our childhood memories are a part of me. Over 20 years later, now we're all in LA. Music is a light, just show us a stage. Now you never forget where you come from or how you're raised. It's Udo Straits, 86 to the grave.
We're brothers for life. I'll always stand by you.
I'll never let you down, I'll take a bullet for you too.
Through all the struggles and strife, we've made our dreams come true.
Look at what we've done and we've only just begun.
In 2008 I moved back to LA.
1 year later, Brainz and Genius J.
I picked my boys up from LAX.
Little did we know what would happen next. Now we race embrace was a crazy hit.
Unleashed anger was on that killer tip.
Put me on my lead channel, solos, bitch.
Anonymous on the grill cooking that trot tip.
Going through 30 packs with my boy Staxx. Played the whiskey a go-go, man, that place was packed. Living up our dreams in the Cali life.
We always pull through, it doesn't matter what price.
Yeah, you go to a damn party with Genius J, it's hard as hell to get you in the car, man. Those long ass goodbyes, you know, God, fucking killing me with that shit, man.
All in good fun. Just leave already.
Yeah, you're about to get left that one night, man. The guy across the street from the goddamn Viper Room, man.
Hatred builds up, I see weak behavior patterns, but now rappers hope you self-destruct. You keep saying the same stuff, like get your motherfucking hands up. Fuck customer service as we do metamorphosis in this. Rapping fragments, the world is fixed. We went back and stagnant. I'm part of the 2% that's manic and overconfident like 16th president. Take precautions with an argument leads with fatal accidents to residents. I'll knock you in the next week, you low-rent, lying, expendable object. Every day is survival through psychological torment. Time is in the essence. Your bad life's exhausted. People are so idiotic and things get more obnoxious like the heat says it rouse. The cheerful self-checkouts. Always on your cell phone in your zone. You look like a stone. Talking to your agent like you're really gonna make it. I'll take your phone and break it. Typing stupid messages. No one's impressed this. You're treacherous. I'll be down the streets of Los Angeles. Yeah, people do attach their cell phones and technology. Fuck text messages, wireless devices, and BlackBerry phones. Fuck Twitter. Fuck Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg should be killed. Fuck Netflix. Y'all need to wake up and get a grip on reality. Breaking new ground once again. 500 million Facebook users get dismembered and will never update the insignificant details of pathetic fucking lives. Rip wireless devices, stuff you fucks, destroy laptops at Starbucks. You hyped up Parricide with small talk conversation, human mutation, Earth population, so concerned with your reputation. Updating your life on websites, and then you're still bored. I'll send you to the morgue. I'm a cell phone killer. You left slaughtered in the gutter. Now you can't use Twitter. Technology's got to be destroyed before it destroys us. The internet takes over now in the predicament. I'll take a pack of cigarettes and crush them in the streets and offend your beliefs. Baby Jesus gets sacrificed in the metal so arteries and body parts fly across the pit. You need your sacrament. You try to persuade atheists to say we should coexist. You should say that for your BlackBerry. When it starts from the middle home, it's fucking scary. With the Lita Clary, they still left me in the loony bin. It's 2010. I feel manic episode happy again. They prescribed the wrong medicine. Fuck yeah, special guest appearance. Mr. Tyler coming back to mutilate you all. Yeah, fuck all y'all. Yeah. hanging children on meat hooks to prepare for the butchering. I study the books on how to get away with murdering. I'll kill your kid, you better run, I'm a maniac, a war you can't ignore, dead children galore. Mr. Rogers was a vile pedophile in denial, the one you would confide in, any fucking child. When I'm famous worldwide, I'll commit suicide to be rid of human beings and emotions inside. You can run but you can't hide from intestines on the slide. Never felt so alive when your only son died. Come on, Mounty Mouth, let's go kill a child. Set your demons free and let your hatred run wild. You're afraid to shock people, you're afraid to be evil. I cut your fucking stomach open with a heroin needle. I'm way better than your so-called music endeavors to get more brutal and gory than the god Alex Webster.
Did you ever have a new baby come to your house to live with you?
Hey, what the fuck is this, son?
Having a baby, you can hardly wait for it to
fuck off, Malcolm, God.
But when it's finally does come,
I'll fucking kill you! We'll bring it to y'all like this. Check this out. Fucker, see this God ask why he want all you to die. Live alone in solitude with a go to hell attitude. Horror's one-dimensional compared to what I do. I'm everywhere with different concepts besides a way to kill you. I get it, you live it, your hatred is vivid. You wish it disappeared so your mind would be clear. You're vindictive, wicked, and overly offensive. That's why you'll never make it because people are dismissive. It gets very obnoxious when you stick with one topic. I'm on antipsychotics, but I'm rational with logic. Too much death metal will diminish your level. Incoherent and guttural, repetitive material. Go try something else, go to friends and get some help. Or go out and mutilate a kid, but don't you tell me how to live. Hit up Toys R Us and chop them up like a tomb. It's another afternoon of putting kids into a tomb.
When I was a little boy, I guess I was 5 or 6 years old, I was just sure I'd grow up and marry my mom. So I just talked with her about it. And she talked with me about it. And that was good.
Yo, Mal, what up, man? I got an open spot for the first Sunday of July at the Smokescreen event. If you want to perform, it's the first Sunday of July. Unless that falls too close to the 4th, they might change it. But let me know. I need to know actually kind of now, the next day or two, if you're gonna do it or not. If not, I'm gonna give it to Shrooms. But you haven't been up for a while, so I won't put you up. So give me a call. Let me know as soon as you can if you want to do it. The first Sunday of July. All right, peace.
Hey, brother!
Escape from the guillotine, outrun the centipede with ridiculous speed. I'm defeating all my enemies, get punched with the iron hand. Buried in the promised land, killing Afghanistan, don't give a goddamn. School Shaolin, never will descend. Rap lexicologists abolish the erroneous zones with the 58 short microphone. Lyrics well done, God, I lived in Florence slums, still caved in 3 times in the end. The walls were thin and my neighbor beat his kid. I worked third shift to watch films on my nights off. Shogun, assassin, malevolent, chaos. Then I wrote block and they still can't co-op. The powerful dialogue, surprising and odd. You never see the son of God, see how much I make sense of mine. Of an atheist who kill to be famous. Your stars on pavement, pathetic entertainment. Look at all these dimwits, worship and cement. The honor and discipline will pay off. Any adversity surrounds, but it won't bring me down. I'm profound. Humans, not machines, keep breeding. No, this is real, it's a dream, quit believing. Consenting, skilled and quick like fancy. Deep thoughts to discuss, brain needs to adjust. Plans against the enemy, violence, a victim of misogyny, committing a felony. Look at this massacre by the chief ambassador. The gospel, this is 91, the Nobel Peace Prize, philosopher, scientist, and social critic. Ballistic, belligerent, always inconspicuous, obsessive, but compulsive, meticulous, genius. Recognize the symptoms and defraud the victims. The psychiatrists are murderers and prescribe the meds. You diagnose an overdose and then you're dead. I know from experience, it's a blind obedience, but I beat the system and now I'm not a victim. Turn off your television and prepare for the wisdom. You think you have brain, but it's infected with ignorance. Clock into the Sodom and initiate the problem. A corporation rapes you and there's nothing you can do. You socialize at parties, know how to have fun. Put a bomb in the club and obliterate the dumb. Bunch of wannabe thugs exploding just because you have no sense of penmanship. You couldn't write a manuscript. You think you can make it big and that's what's mainstream. You get kicked in the nuts in the name of martial arts. Rip out your guts like cannibal corpse. All I wanna see is blood when I watch you perform. You belong in the morgue, should have never been born. Never question a genius, your mind will be oblivious. You start a new project when I know I didn't finish this. Record's not perfect, but I'll never regret it. I gotta get it out of me, the adverbs and predicates. Sometimes with indifference, sometimes eloquent. Over your head like you couldn't digest it. Arrogant, adamant. I was born from a bafflement, lyrical endurance like an everyday occurrence. Pay off your debt and don't owe any interest. Never know what will happen in this bellicose storm. We are brought into this world and taught to conform to the laws of the land, to obey the command. They continue to expand the consumer name brand. The autonomous man is a corporate scam. Beware of the treacherous, things get ominous. Beast to a submission with the company vision, controls with incisions and kills the competition. Some goes for the government, Obama is a puppet. The banksters are his boss, tells lies, you believe it. Let's shoot up the school and the theater again. In the Boston Marathon and your sensitive friends think gun control will stop it. It's really quite the opposite. I've seen it on the news and watch the violent topics and the brutal war tactics to populate the masses, get murdered by the fascists. They defeat the pacifists, they rapper in the scene and money is your thing, but the dollar has crashed and the debt increases. 10 tigers revenge, pierces like a syringe, kick in the shins, then it's time to see the end. I'm insidious, venomous, the stuff is still hilarious, honor is infamous, everyone is scared of us, not precarious, I live too dangerous. It's produced by Anonymous, I'll destroy every one of us. Out everybody's going through a struggle, but just remember there's always room to reminisce on the good old days. Check it out. I was in the forest and I gave them my 2 weeks notice. I moved back to Los Angeles to find a place of solace out of Marsh, because I was used to being banished and my words are like havoc that's painted on the canvas. I was too self-absorbed, some say it's a disease. If I'm not the focal point, then I'm filled with too much envy. Journal entries contain the real thoughts within my mind. Now I'm lost within these rhymes like since 1999. We were holding nothing back with the insanity to match. You experiment with drugs, know exactly what it does. I think of great memories and forget about the enemies, the tough situations and the times of stress. I put this in your tape deck, like your doors and disconnect, and don't you dare press eject till you finish with the rest. So I felt when T.O. Russell was waiting on the steps. It's like I went through poverty, now I'm ready for success. We go way back, you can hear it when we rap. Life moves too fast and I'm living in the past. I always make it through with my strong state of mind. I forget about my problems and remember good times. We go way back, you can hear it when we rap. Life moves too fast and I'm living in the past. I always make it through with my strong state of mind. I forget about my problems and remember good times. Like I'm always in the search and I have a lot to learn. A lesson unexpected and experience and ethics is music with a message in the form of self-expression. When the sky's overcast, I like to think of flashbacks. You know, always had your back, you never even had to ask. It's like we always had a bond, but now it feels like you're gone. It was the pain I went through. I didn't trust no one but you. When my family wasn't there, I was in terrible despair. It's I almost lost my dad and then he went to rehab. And now I traumatized my thoughts and then I felt like I was lost. You didn't know what else to say, but you knew it'd be okay. Some said it's to turn to God, but I felt my soul was robbed. When it's written and I'm dead, at least you know I try my best. You can get inside my head, know I'm different from the rest. I was thinking ahead about things you never guessed. Still hold interest in the unusual concepts. We go way back, now we focus on rap. The moves too fast and I'm living in the past. If I see you in trouble, man, you know I got your back. You know my word is bomb when you hear me on the track. We go way back, now we focus on rap. The moves too fast and I'm living in the past. If I see you in trouble, man, you know I got your back. You know my word is bomb when you hear me on the track. We never thought about the end or the time away from friends, but back then I'd be alone. It was like a comfort zone because I wasn't just like you and we didn't think alike. If I could bring you back to life, then I would reconstruct your mind. Sometimes I felt out of place cause I never went on dates. They always thought that I was strange, real hyper and deranged. Who cares what people think? I didn't want to go to school. I can't relate to anything because you're all a bunch of fools. You go back to Grand House, good times, we just shine, stood out, didn't hold back, stay real cause it was no act. Alienated teens that were provoking the dean. Sometimes decision free, we hung out but disagreed. We go back to Sherwood Drive, we were boys that felt alive. Walk the streets full of schools, we were unique and feeling fine. Never cared about tomorrow except for having fun. Never took this time for granted, never forgot where we came from. We go way back, you can hear it when we rap. The moves too fast and I'm living in the past. I always make it through with my strong state of mind. I forget about my problems and remember good times. We go way back, you can hear it when we rap. Life moves too fast and I'm living in the past. I always make it through with my strong state of mind. I'll forget about my problems and remember good times. Yeah, taking y'all back to the good old days once again. 2013, English major, better late than never. I want to give a shout out to Dave Delacroix and Anonymous, Genius Productions, everybody that made this project possible. Peace, God.
Broken roads lead the path to the prison we all know. Face your path and get in line. Find your time between the lines.
Hey yo, check it out. This is the Produce rap song. I was born inside an orange, destined to be a produce clerk. Every day at work I try to get along and not be a jerk, but my temper unleashes rage and sometimes I go berserk. It wasn't just a phase, it lasted for days, it's eternal. I think I'm invincible and immortal, but sometimes this grocery business is turmoil. Your grandma tripped on a Granny Smith apple the other day and a cinnamon persimmon. I'm closing tonight and I'm rotating lemons. I'm working with Diablo's son and a manager named Juan. We're working warp speed like a marathon at this supermarket named John's. Omar's stocking cabbage, Primo's throwing away melons that got damaged. Marcos is on break eating a sandwich, and Sergio has a department to manage. I clock in at 2 p.m. and say what's up to a few baggers. I'm about to work my ass off today, but what does that matter? Moist tubes, pumps in the filter, work hard for your food and shelter, whether you're a clerk or you're a welder. I cut my leg with a blue milk crate and a blue pallet. I'm stocking Caesar salads, listen to a 60s pop ballad. Smash a customer with a mallet and a claw hammer. You get disintegrated from this planet. That's how I do damage and express anguish, whether it's time to make a veil or put up kale and Persian cucumbers. I work wonders. I'm a non-union hard ass and you're a lazy Marxist succubus. No wonder they'll take your pension and I'll have tremendous 401k one day. Yeah, fuck Ralph 60 and fuck Vaughn's 2254. I slaughter my opponent because his brain couldn't match one component of my mind. Eradicate mankind, demonstrate amazing rhymes. I don't give a fuck about being another band. I'm beyond that. I'm like every member of the Breakfast Club put together into one man. Red hair, green eyes, left-handed, 10%er. Maybe I could be a winner and cause someone senile to remember. My words cause a senseless apocalypse, more controversial than politics because I'm the ultimate hypocrite. Lyrics are magnificent. It's the essence of existence. Senses glow like fluorescence. A life-changing experience that you must live with. You obliterated human being hanging from the ceiling. Apathy and feeling every day. I'll knock an MC to the floor like a mentor. Smash you in the Baylor, Jackson Warrior, Seymour Duncan Invader. Chemical imbalance in my neurotransmitters like a serial killer. Thrown in the incubator. Decapitated telemarketing persuader. Cause havoc with Donnie Darko. Flood the school, burn down the house, break the window. Will Romer found the perfect torso. Stabbed his cab driver, he's a goner. Burned down the NoHo Arts District. North Hollywood arsonist. Incontrovertible lexicologist. Yes, it's underground hip-hop from Burbank, motherfuckers.
You're a pretty smart fella. Nah, not that smart. You're not that smart. How'd you figure it out?
I tried to imagine a fellow smarter than myself, and then I tried to think, what would he do?
These band-aids nowadays are like sentences. Some yearn for acceptance or repentance. Some bodies get signed to relapse. It took you 10 years to go to your two-step test. It's from men don't have lyrics. Your guitarist is a death metal princess. So it's suck someone's dick to get signed in the inset. Your set list consists of filler. Generic as fuck like the Moultrie Killer. I get more insightful than be a scare. I know the origin behind your childish behavior. I'll throw you up a mountain and you'll land on jagged rocks. There's thousands of bands that sound identical and I'm still counting. I like to crack your goddamn skull against a porcelain fountain. You sound from a movie that everyone's seen. This is despicable. Why are you attempting metal? You only be on headbangers ball in your pathetic dreams. This passive cowardice and atrocity that relies on weed. Give through another day of agony and poverty. Buried in their autumn grave with your inferior band name and dim that sounds the same. Go through a classic struggle with the same kid fit. Fucks those brass locals. You left baffled in jail with Anthony Gonos and by the sin spell angels. Some guys from Deathcore should have never been born. The doctor should have massacred their umbilical cord. I let the show got my car, listen to corn. You're on stage having fun, but you'll assimilate my anguish. Bury your style into the ground with your quotidian sound. Look around, see how stupid y'all look when you're fighting ghosts. Lawlessness occurs. I laugh when bouncers kick your ass. You think it's brutal, but devourment is real. The next film will probably be to shave your eyebrows like a seal. I like to mutilate a deathcore kid so his face resembles seal. Here's the deal, I heard Doom was the next big thing like sludge riffs and holy lyrics. You guys need a gimmick. I used to get off on Alternative Nation hosted by Kennedy because Headbangers Ball went on Pep on bedtime. Since when did deathcore have high budget videos? You guys look like freaks and think like sheep. Jump off a cliff with a lamb. Nobody wants to hear your band. Deathcore fans are easy to please. I want you to be at a show, make your room freeze, and then knock y'all all down head first from a breakdown. I broke into the Whitechapel. I heard the snakes rattle. It was a demon in the shadows that challenged me to a battle. My verse was like a dagger that slices lyrics with such power. I could throw over 80 cases an hour and get more immaculate than Tanner. Then me and the demon traveled through the dark dungeon. Corpses were abundant, some rotting, some bludgeon. Out of nowhere came Nate Johnson. We kidnapped him for ransom, held Johnson hostage, collected cash, then cooked him in a barbecue. Crowd effects were perplexed after they heard this in their necks. We couldn't discern between them and the first 5 bands. It used to be about Satanism, pentagrams, our Cookie Monster bands get like 10 grand or for malarkey and party. Then they wonder what happened to their money. Posted tattoos your fans got of your band online, of chest pieces, lip piercings, 2-inch earrings, 50 breakdowns on your CD back with 2 steps and blast beats. High pitch screaming like a gargoyle in 150 degree heat. Melting with a 5150 and plenty knuckleheads getting trampled on the walls. Death, you obedient prick. You do whatever some trendy frontman tells you to. Motherfuck you, you're all gonna perish. Suicide silence came over and asked for guidance. I ripped off all their eyelids. It was a demonstration of extreme violence and supreme righteousness. The Brains of Valor tried to fight us. I won, now here's your ultimate hiatus. How did your band make it this far? It's absurd, it's bizarre. Every time I see your MySpace page, I want to bash your skull with a rusty crowbar. Your higher power is in your mind, and so is your spiritual awakening. You bunch of scumbags attending meetings and big book readings. I showed up and laughed at stories, didn't pray, didn't stay and mingle with coffee and cigarettes. You're so obsessed with yourself, you try to push your program on me. They worked out every angle with slogans and serenity, giving out 30-day chips. If you attend AA, you're a pathetic bitch with no life and powerless over alcohol, so join this cult, express your guilt. You think your situation is always worse than the next guy's. AA is a bunch of lies. You're better off your demise, overdosing or getting your DUI than wasting your time calling a sponsor and searching for God, getting raped in the woods, then share the story. Keep coming back to donate dollars from the collection plate, you powerless follower. My soul is hollow, I don't get off on some fellowship. It's like your pussy whips your program. Last night you skipped a meeting and wanted to get drunk. You called your sponsor and that loser listened to you vent. Get bent, you alcoholic, vile, low rent, carcinogenic maggot. Make amends to everyone you told off. Drink so much free coffee that your heart stops. Try to sneak into the Al-Anon room and drop dead. ACOAs are afraid, they're reading Courage to Change. Humans aren't creative, so they succumb to this cult. I wish I could lock myself in a vault. If you're a drunken hedonist, it's not my damn fault. I get more real than a near-death experience when your life flashes before your eyes. You know the program was a lie. You won't feel serenity when you die. I quit drinking on my own, so can you, but you're weak when alcohol and programs control you. I'm alienated, paranoid, suspicious eyes, I'm jeopardized. I realize it could be worse, like I must suck to be you. Control my temperament, write lyrical documents, it's intense. These sentences in a sequence are a missing consequence. Hanging upside down across your front door, leave notes in your mailbox. Cannot stop my morbid thoughts and my murderous plots. I walk the hallways of high school at night and find clues. Your soul is at zero, the mystery unfolds, my blood is cold. Original Floyd Rose tremolo system, just listen to the terrorism that sparks visions and get brainwashed eternally like a pattern. I can't wait till they come down from Saturn and obliterate us all into oblivion, the invasion, the spaceship collision. Eschatology's near, the H-bomb detonates on New Year's. You're all drunk and counting down in this worldwide meltdown. And Jesus never existed, but you wish you did. I'm in walking distance of my vision, my way of escaping mental prison. You worship a fantasy and get mad at me for making a mockery. It's quixotic hypocrisy, I despise your lame traditions. I'll send you to a nightmarish mortician and stuff the inheritance inside your corpse. When your kids get greedy, they'll disavow you for what you're worth. Uncover the dead to discover decayed money. Your future will be less lonely if you had merit and integrity. There'll be a virtue to your longevity. Another tale of unusual irony to suck stone my fictional testimony. Back to the drawing board to brainstorm unique art forms. Use an old school essential chord, strangle a strange warlord. Say your last goodbyes and watch your idiot neighbors die. Observe the homeopathic hyena flying through the midnight sky. I wish I could forever be alone, one day I'll never leave my home. Now it's Groundhog Day, we're about to play a hip-hop show in the ghetto. A lot of tension and contentions at the yodeling convention. I'll cut off the head of James Hetfield, feed it to the cowardly lion like Jebediah Springfield. I'll speak what's real, you still rap about your automobile and you're concerned about mass appeal, so you change your subject matter. Kill a bagger with a dagger, get traumatized by gore at store 134 and escape through the front door.
Do not fuck with me, because I will be your worst goddamn nightmare, and you will never sleep, ever. You understand me, motherfucker? You better remember that, motherfucker. Say your goddamn prayers. You, devil worshiper, motherfucker.
A new album called The English Major. I got 3 demos for everybody up this road, man. Nature kills self-esteem, weak behavior, parents spin out rappers, and self-destruct. Keep saying the same stuff, like put your motherfucking hands up. Customer service, like when we metamorphosis and endless. Rapid practice, you're back and stagnant. 2% is manic and overconfident, only the 2 prison. We're toxic to the bit, arguing reasonable fail accidents and residents. I'm not coming in next week, people are real life, spin a little object. It is probably psychological torment, tons of the answers. People are so idiotic, please get more conscious like. The hipsters around, and triple cell checkouts. Always on your cell phone in the zone, you look like you're stoned. Fucking your agent like you're really gonna make it. Break it, like a stupid mess in the zones of prejudice and tripness. Let me die in the streets of Los Angeles. Here's a shot of it. Yo, technology's consuming everybody's fucking lives now. Fuck Facebook, kill Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck text messages and Twitter. Fuck BlackBerry phones. And wireless devices. 99 breaking new ground. 500 million Facebook users get dismembered and devoured. Never update the pathetic detail of your fucking lives no more, y'all.
Yeah! Oh, fuck Facebook.
Your pilot device fucking book to slow laptops and Starbucks. You hyped up Parricide with small talk conversations. Communication with Earth population. You're confirming your reputation of